Hey, boozers, how you guys doing? All right, we're going live because well, not exactly bored. I got lots to do, but I just felt like throwing a couple of things your way. Um, it's been a weird kind of week overall. Trying to get my head wrapped around a lot of stuff, and it's not been easy. Um, Having to do taxes coming up soon, and that's going to be a lot of fun because I've got a shit ton of stuff to do. A year's worth. I got to compile it into 2 weeks, but hey, that's just me. So, what do we got going on today? We have got pretty much a lot of things that I get to do over the next little bit, including basically trying to get sorted. Feeling a little out of sorts and just sort of, you know, working around some things. I don't know about a lot of you guys, but for me, this is going to be a rough month. It's going to be a really hard month for me because there's a lot of things happening. A lot of stuff that basically I really need to work through. I would love to find a job right now, but I got something happening in the month. I'm helping out my parents. Well, I'm helping out my mom with some things, and I kind of want to deal with that before I deal with myself, which is odd because I should be dealing with myself, but I'm at a stage right now where I can work on different variety of things. Um, I'm probably going to be slowing down my my beer reviews. As much as I want to keep going with them, I pretty much have to work on my actual business. That's been suffering a lot. I want to go out and spend some time out in the mountains and take pictures and just you know get to be free for a bit. I want to be able to take those pictures and sell them online because I want to share my eye of the camera and the beauty that I see outside with everybody else and have them want to possibly buy them for having them in your own living room. I feel that I can. I know, not feel. I know I can do that for you guys. That's something that I'm pretty much looking at. I may work on changing up my reviews a little bit from alcohol to something else. I was supposed to be doing some beer ones or some food ones, and I'm still going to be doing those, but I think I might work on more of the healthier aspect of food because I'm also very overweight and very out of shape. So I don't know. Would it be interesting to you to see me lose weight and get into shape? I mean, that's something I would like to do. Um, I do have a couple more spots of Victoria that I'm going to be doing. Uh, I want to do more when I'm out there again, but there's a lot. There's something happening at the end of the month that basically I can't. It's something that takes precedence over everything else. It's a celebration of life for my dad. Um, I want to try and be all over the map, and it's not easy. So, what is a person to do? How do I go about doing this? Well, I have a backlog of reviews, so I can get those finished up so you guys aren't missing out on beer reviews. I could do more live. That's not a problem. I would like to do more live reviews. I want to do wandering, as I said, going out to the mountains and doing those. That'll be fun. Gaming is going to be a part of it too. I've been in the talks with Redbeard, and we're probably going to look at doing Apex Legends or even Borderlands 2 and do some live games that way. But I might be doing that over on Twitch. I don't know. Does a 45-year-old man survive on Twitch over these teenagers? I don't know. But I just need to work through this month first. Trying to keep myself distracted is not easy. Insomnia is hitting me. That's a new one for me. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep because of all these wonderful thoughts my brain had in the middle of the night. Finally, they disappeared, but I mean, there's a lot of things that it's just your head is all over the place. Um, there's a lot of different things happening this month, and yeah, it's going to be tough. So please bear with me. I do have a backlog, and I will be able to keep that going. I will be able to make sure that my backlog keeps you guys in the loop on beers, but when it comes down to it, this month is just one of those ones where, yeah, you don't expect things to hit. Like you know, as a human being, I've personally never dealt with a parent dying. I've dealt with grandparents dying, and that was tough because my grandparents raised me. But having my dad die was a little bit tougher. Um, and knowing that it's closer to home and things have to be done, it makes it interesting. It sets your mind to a bunch of different things. But yeah, for now, I'm going to be looking back at getting this month accomplished and go from there. Um, I wanted to address something, and I know a lot of people don't watch my shows or whatever else on YouTube. That's on my Facebook. Yesterday, I did an April Fool's joke. I thought it would be a decent one, and it was. It was a class as an April Fool's joke, and I really it was one of those ones where I personally wanted to throw it out there that humor is still one of the best medicines out there. I put on my Facebook page that I was moving to Victoria. My wife and I talked about it back and forth a lot, and we were moving back to Victoria. Now, for people who don't know, Victoria is my home. Well, where I grew up. This is my home now, but where I grew up was Victoria. And I may have made a lot of friends out there, and a lot of people care about me out there, and they would love to see me move back home. And putting that out there, because when I was out there for my dad, I kept putting a little bit posts here and there and on Facebook, and people were like, "Wow, that's the longest you've ever been out there. You moving out there?" type thing. So I thought I'd play into it on April Fools, and I did. Um, our family's known for making some jokes, being humorous about things, and just laughing about a bunch of stuff because it truly is. It does help you out. It does help you get through different times, and that's exactly what I did. Was I threw up there saying that I was going back to Victoria to help out with family. I discussed it with my wife and said, "Look, do you want to do this? Like, this is what I was planning to do. Is that okay with you?" She's like, "Yeah, do it by all means," because it's something that my father would have done. My father taught me what April Fools was all about. Uh, he always used to play jokes when I was younger. The one that I remember the most, and like being a dumb teenager, you kind of don't realize you're being pranked. Is the phone rang and nobody else got it? It's like, oh, it's probably for you, Dan. You better go get it. Here you go. Or they answered it and said, here, it's for you. Not realizing that my father went and put shoe polish on the receiver. The back in the day where the phones actually hung on the walls and they were attached to cords. So I got to learn what April Fools was all about. And it was the best time I've ever learned. Um, I got my revenge that day, and I ruined about $8 worth of ground up coffee for him. That was expensive coffee. It was Mocha Java was his coffee, and he loved that coffee. and it was about, well, I guess it was about $5 to $8 per pound at that point in time. It was not cheap because it was the good stuff that we found on the bakery down the street. And I offered to make him a cup, and I did, and I switched over sugar for salt, and I put salt in it. And he's like, "No, I'm not drinking this." And he dumped it out, and he went and made himself another cup by himself, not realizing that all the ground coffee that he had there had salt in it. I put salt in all his ground coffee. Needless to say, I got my revenge. Needless to say, they kind of learned that I am one of those guys that will be a jokester. And fair enough. I was. I was. When I was 19, I went to Vancouver to visit a friend over April Fools, and I was like, I gotta phone my parents. I really gotta do something. Like I've got to do something big. And this is before the time of social media. And this is the time where basically, if you post something on social media, people might get offended by it. So I phoned up my parents, and my mom answered. I said, "Mom, I'm over in Vancouver right now, as you know. I just want to talk to you about something." She goes, "Okay, what's going on?" I'm like, "Well, I've been thinking about this, and my friend said I should probably phone you and tell you this." And I was like, "Tell me what?" I'm like, "Well, I just want to let you know that you're going to be a grandparent." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just want to let you know that you're going to be a grandparent. I'm really sorry. I didn't want to do it this way, but I was told that I should phone you as soon as possible because it's the best thing I should do." Well, needless to say, that's exactly what happened as I phoned her while I was in Vancouver. And so she's like, "Yeah, okay, oh, okay, sure." And we talked back and forth. She asked who it was. I made up a name, um, used someone that she knew that I dated a while ago, and went from there. Um, she pretty much at the end of it, she's like, well, we'll do what we can, but that's great to hear that you're going to be a father. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm not ready for this. It's okay. I know you can say that I'm not ready for this because I'm not. She's like, yeah, I can see that. And I said to her, I said, by the way, um, what day is it today? And there's a dead silence. That dead silence turned into, "You little shit." And I haven't heard my mom swear that much. And this is one of the times where I've heard her swear. It's like I was sitting here, and in my mind, I was going, I have to be supportive, but I'm going to kill you. I have to be supportive, but I'm going to kill you. That was the very last prank. And I got my dad with it as well, and my brother too. My dad didn't fall for it nearly as much, but it was one of those ones where it was like, yeah, okay. Played along, I think. So yeah, playing this April Fool's joke on my social media, saying that I was moving to Victoria, was my little homage to my dad to show that no matter what, there is always a good thing out of this. So yeah, for the people that are still wondering, I'm not going to be moving to Victoria. I'm still planning to stay in Calgary for a while. Um, I am going to be moving to BC at some point in time, just not right now. My kids have a lot to go with a lot of their stuff, and I'd rather see them do a lot of things here than be pulled out of school and have to redo a lot of stuff. That, and also, I'm not quite ready to move. Give me a bit and I will. There's a lot to do here. So yeah, that was one of those pranks that April Fool's jokes that it was one of the bigger ones that I've pulled in a while. I got a few people, not many, but I got a few. Even my best friend over in Victoria's like, I hope this isn't a joke because this would be so awesome. And I messaged him back going, I'm really sorry, man, but It is April Fool's. Sorry, dude. He's like, you are a jerk. I'm like, well, you know my humor. You've known me for over 35 years. So, yeah, I am a jerk. So, it was one of those things where you kind of look and you laugh about it. I mean, it was a good thing. It was a fun one to do, and yeah, it was kind of a homage to my dad sitting there going and telling me that laughter is the best medicine, and it truly is. It does help out. So yeah, over the next little bit, I'm kind of working on a few things. I really wish I was going to the Okanagan Festive Ales, but that's not Festive Ale, not ales. But that's not happening. That's April 13th and 14th. As much as I'd like to go to that, that is out of the cards. It was out of the cards as of pretty much February, um, because of all the stuff that's coming up. I'm planning to go next year for the 25th anniversary. So that one I'm planning to do. I'm not even going to the Calgary Comic Expo this year. Two things that I look forward to in April now, and I'm not even doing that. Comic Expo is out as well. I'm not going to be going to that one. Well, maybe because I'm in Victoria at that point in time too, and seeing that like Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche is coming, and a few voice actors, and Donna from Doctor Who's going to be there. This is my first year in a decade. I'm missing this. Yeah, yeah, I'm missing going to the Calgary Expo this year. I don't know how to take that. But I may try and go to the Edmonton one in September because that one apparently is pretty small. It's smaller and it's good. Um, but this, yeah, I've got there's a few other things that's happening the 13th and 14th in Calgary that I'm going to be trying to go to. The Calgary Video Creator Group has some things happening during that time, and I might go check that out. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start going for hikes and doing some photography or video work. So I might see if any of my friends out in Calgary want to join me. A lot of people have jobs during the week, so this might not be the best time to do it. Whatever, I'll do it anyways. Um, But yeah, as you saw, I've been live with a couple of people. The man behind the mask, otherwise known as Chris. Him and I did a live review of a Founders beer that we said we were going to do, and we did it, which was pretty awesome. I did a live review with Redbeard, and that was really epic because it was his 800th subscriber beer, and it was the one that pretty much did him in. Of course, apparently from what I've heard, the package I sent him, there's one beer in there that did him in again. Oops. I feel bad. No, I don't. Oh, hey Shibby. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, there's some stuff that overall I've got things going. But there's been times where yeah, I don't realize how much my father's passing has affected me. Going into IKEA, for example, the greatest place on earth. I love IKEA. My wife loves IKEA. It's great. Love going in there. And I hate just building the stuff though. That usually requires about a 6-pack before I even start. And going in there and we're wandering around looking for something, and it was pretty much us going around, and we had to find this one little thing. It was a recycle bin, and we thought it was downstairs, and then we found out it was upstairs in the kitchen area. So we went upstairs. We had lunch there. We did all this stuff, and then I finally go to the kitchen area. It is like Legos for adults, but it's more aggravating, much more aggravating. Uh, and we go up there, and pretty much I go through the kitchen area, and just this flood of memory comes back because my father was out here in June, and while they're building their place, he was looking at kitchen stuff in IKEA. And we spent a lot of time in that kitchen area, and he was looking at things that would be suitable for the house that they're renovating. And it was a flood of memories, and it just dropped me pretty much. My wife's looking at me going, "Are you okay?" I'm like, let's go. She's like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I'm like, So we took the side entrance, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." Went down the elevator. I'm like, "No, I'm not actually. That kitchen area did me in." She's like, "Oh, why?" And then she thought about it, going, "Oh, right, your parents were here looking at that a lot." But yeah, we spent a lot of time in there. So it's just stuff like that that gets you. Um, it's really weird what things could set off your memories and everything. It's wild. Ah, so yeah. But it's stuff that I get to learn. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to deal with that as much as I can, and I mean, we're looking at trying to get something for my dad through a radio station. They actually did a dedication to him, and I want to try and get it some point in time. I was promised it a while ago, and I never got it yet, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on with this. I've got to try and reach out. So hopefully I can get it soon. It'd be really nice if I could. Um, it's one of those things that basically I want to try and get because they did a dedication on air and on the radio for my dad. Thanks to my brother who reached out to them and said, "Look, my father has passed. This is what's going on," and they did a live thing about it. So it was quite nice to hear. Apparently, I personally did not get a chance to hear it. Um, so yeah, it's not even on here. Um, so I've been trying to figure out what's going on and seeing if I can get that, which would be really nice to have. But unfortunately, I hopefully get that in the next couple of days because it's going to be going on to the dedication. Um, I've been tasked with looking at these pictures on here, and that is something that's been sort of like, okay, I've got to do a slideshow for the end of April. I have to do music to it, both of which I know are going to set me off, but I got to power through it. I've been asked to do that, and I said I would. Um, I've been asked to MC for the afternoon celebration of life with friends and family. My wife's like, I don't think you can do that. I'm like, you know what? Just don't. I'm going to do my best right now because that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm doing this month that revolve around what my father has asked me to do, or I guess what has happened over the past little bit that requires attention. Um, I was talking with my mom the other day, and we're talking about the house that he was renovating, and hearing my mom sort of lose it a little bit. She's having a tough time with this too, but she managed to get away, thankfully, to go away and spend time with her family, her brother, and a few other people over in Vancouver. So that's nice to hear. I mean, it was good to hear that she got away. Um, but yeah, it's I pretty much I don't know. I kind of want to talk to my kids about it, but they're kind of shutting down and saying I don't want to hear anymore. But they've got a big task coming up too. They've got to be there for this celebration of life. It's going to be the first time they're there since Christmas, and it's going to hit them hard. I know it's going to hit them hard. So we have to be there for them. I mean, this like I said, this is going to be a tough month, but I'm trying to plug my way through, distract myself, Hell, I can do taxes for the next little bit and I'll be okay. I mean, that'll distract me, won't it? Or I can do what my dad did not do his taxes. Unfortunately, I have to do my taxes. So yeah, there's stuff coming up that I'm missing out on, but the stuff that's coming up that I'm kind of looking forward to. Um, but be wary that there's going to be times where there'll be slow periods. Just to give you a heads up, I know a lot of people. Well, there's at least 20 people watching my reviews when I post them, so that's a good thing. It used to be 4, so I'm gone up about 5 times now. More people watch these live events, which is good. And yeah, uh, I've also got to deal with a sick cat too. I've been kind of avoiding that. Her kidneys are failing on her, and I've got to try and make sure that she's okay. I have to go out and get her shots for her. She gets liquid underneath her skin so that she can actually not be as dehydrated because her kidneys are failing and she's not really eating so much and everything else like that. So it's going to be a matter of time for that cat. But we're going to keep her around as much as we can before they tell us that they can't do anything else. Uh, yeah, and I mean, my brother is dealing with his own faction of another person passing away soon. So it's not, God, there's death all around us right now, and it fucking sucks. Um, Now here's an interesting thing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this or not. I might start up a new channel because I don't want to do it on this one. Um, yeah, starting up a new YouTube channel. But I found something that I'm able to order edibles online. And I might try and review them. But I've got to look at the rules for YouTube because I think there's some heavy rules in regards to any drug use on YouTube. So I have to look up the rules to see if I'm allowed reviewing them or not, or if they shut me down instantly. Um, Even though it's legal in Canada, down in the States it's not as legal. So I probably have to make it into an adult only channel and go from there, which will be interesting. So who knows? That could come up very soon too. I kind of want to see what happens with that, and I've got an idea of how I want to proceed with it, and yes, I do. But I kind of want to. I kind of want to make it a little interesting. So we'll see how that plays out. Who knows? I might have it where if I have an edible in the house, I go out to a park and I just sit there and watch things go by. So I'll just do it on this channel. They don't give a shit. Hey, Basement Beer, how you doing? They don't give a shit, but they do. I've seen some people that get in trouble for it, and I am a small enough channel where it may or may not come through. I mean, who knows? Who knows? So, deep thoughts. Very deep thoughts, man. Look at the clouds. So, it's one of those things where I'm kind of looking at that going, by Jack Handy. I can't remember half of them, but possibly. Joe Rogan smokes all the time. Yeah, but Joe Rogan also brings in a shit ton of income and has some high profile people reviewing that he brings onto his show. I mean, I'm not that high profile. And Rhino reviewed THC beer. Okay, well, there's that. Someone else reviewed it. Who else was it? They won't care. Well, it's almost like how they may not care, but at the same point in time, like, you look at how all these bots now that are tracking your music and putting it into copyright. I had to dispute one of my videos because I had full rights for it and they put it into copyright. This is something that could get me later on down the road than right now. So that's kind of why I'm sort of looking at this going, do I look at the long term or do I look at this now? That's the hard part. But who knows? I mean, I do have a couple of things coming to me. And I kind of want to look at this going, well, you know what? Why not? I don't see why not. Um, but I had someone sit there and say, "Hey, do this. There's this," and because the fact is, I'm not against marijuana. I'm absolutely not. I grew up in BC. Marijuana was like a second smoke to us. We sit down, we smoke it, we play some video games, we eat some munchies, and we have a good time. We don't fight, we don't argue, we don't do anything else like that. And we had a good time. It was something that we enjoy doing. Or you go and smoke it, and you go for a 2.5 hour bike ride high as a kite. It just honestly, it didn't really bug us. It was one of those ones where we enjoyed doing it, and it was one of the things that it wasn't something that really affected us. As long as we had water with us, we were hydrated, and if we had to, we had a snack of some kind. So I mean, it's nothing new to me. It's just reintroducing my body to it again because it's been a while. It really has been a while. Um, my kids aren't quite understanding yet the legality of it. They think it's drugs and it's bad, which I'm not opposed to them knowing about. I'm not opposed to them thinking that either because that means they're safe from it for at least the next little bit, unlike me as a teenager who basically grew up in the 70s, and father and mother were kind of had it and friends had it around them, so I thought, hey, it wasn't that bad. So spiders. Yeah, there's that. um but I mean, honestly, I don't see a problem with it. If people don't like it, they don't have to watch. That's the way I look at it. It's it's great to see. And now, if there's a spider on me, just let me know because I'm kind of not quite understanding, but that's okay. Anyways, uh, overall, I pretty much feel that there's a lot of things that can and cannot be done. I want to try and do a bunch of different things that just get me where I need to be in this channel. I want to do a bunch of things that get me to where I need in my business. Um, I want to be my own boss. I'm tired of being somebody else's slave. I've just, as much as I love IT work, I've gotten to the point, as I said, spiders look behind me. No, I'm not looking behind me because I don't want to look behind me right now. That ain't happening. Yeah, so it's just show me where, tell me where, and I'll look again. Um, I feel that there's a lot of stuff going on that I just can work with. And it's one of those things that I can deal with on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure. Um, and if you're saying my hair spiders, then yeah, there we go. And no, I'm not stoned yet. So, just you ever see eight-legged freaks? No, I haven't seen that. Granted, I have a small arachnophobia, so I'm trying not that to be divulged. But granted, I've seen spiders all around here. I've seen dead spiders. Oh, there's a wood bug there. No spiders here, just empty beer glasses, and yeah. Oh, there's cat puke on the floor. Does that count? So, no, I haven't seen eight-legged freaks. That's one thing I haven't seen. So, um, pardon me. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do, a lot of things I want to accomplish, but this month is going to be busy. But I'll try and get everything done. Um, I'm glad you guys are still sticking around for all this stuff. I just hope that I can get through my little funk, my little down phases, which will happen eventually, just not quite yet. I thought it was going to be quicker than what it is right now, but yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be taken care of, and it'll happen. It'll happen eventually. Um, from the sounds of things, I might be taking a few more trips to Victoria over the coming months. The great thing about this is I can actually now drive there in the next month or two and not fly. It costs me less to drive than it does to fly. So I can do that. I can spend some time driving out there and getting things done and drive back again. I have no qualms with that. If it's a week out, whatever else, I leave early in the morning, spend a few hours in Vernon, go jump in the lake, and then leave early on the next day to get down to Victoria to help out. There's a ton of things to do, but it's going to happen. There's a ton of things that I want to share with you. It's going to happen. I'm hoping to get this Victoria vlog up soon because I would love to share it. It's incomplete, but as long as you guys don't mind it. I mean, you guys didn't seem to mind the first one, so I'll try and get the second one up. And it's only like 2 places I went out of the 6 I had planned in 20 days. So I'll try and work through those too. And you have a question. Okay, please ask your question. Excuse me, you in the back. Please ask your question now, Taco. Anyways, uh, so yeah, and as for speak of Joe Rogan, and all of a sudden his things show up. When are we doing the Krampus beers? That is a legitimate good question. Soon. We were supposed to do it today, weren't we? Shit. Yeah, I said Tuesday. I'm sorry, my mind has been all over the goddamn map. Well, I don't work during the days. My kids are going to be in school, so I'm good during the day. Just let me know when. Today was Cabin and or Krampus. Yes, Bush. Yeah, that's right. Well, I saw you went to Cabin already without me, so I saw that. So yeah, I was like, oh yeah, right. He's already been to Cabin, and it just slipped my mind. We will work on something very soon and get that locked down because those beers are not going to last much longer, and we need to get those done. So yes, that's coming up too. I've just finished rendering February 3rd's review, so that just tells you how far behind I am right now. I am a month behind. Well, actually, almost 2 months behind. Sorry. See, my brain's almost a month behind. So I'm gonna try and get those done. Thankfully, most of March's are done because of the fact that I did them while I was in Victoria, so I'll get those locked down real soon. But yes, I will reach to you offline and we will get something done. We'll lock down a schedule on that because it needs to be done, and I want to see what these beers are all about. I am very excited for them and nervous at the same time. But yeah, so I pretty much have my April mostly locked up. So for the people that are trying to get a hold of me and have been trying to get a hold of me and I haven't been answering, sorry. There's days where I don't want to talk to anyone. There's days where I want to talk to everybody. It's just been that kind of spread. So I will try and get a hold of people to get things done. and I will try and see about working on locking down schedules with people because I owe them that. Yeah, big time do I owe them that. Aside from that, look for some more stuff. I will try and get some more things. I want to do some more live stuff. I want to try and do some more vlogs. I've kind of been wanting to do vlogs for a while, but I haven't been creatively sound of mind, I guess. So these videos that are five minutes long or under are easy just to edit and throw up. Vlogs take a little bit longer. I do have a British sweets video that I need to do because I've been looking at doing a Tesco kind of week. And I do have those Oreos, and I do have those Coca-Cola ones that I was going to do. Those are all coming down the pipe. So there's a lot of things, and for anyone else that's been watching my stuff, thank you so much for bearing with me while my head is all over the damn map. And I will try to get everything else done. There's just a lot of surprises that's been hitting, plain and simple. We're trying to lock down a rehearsal schedule for my dad's old band so that they can get in to rehearse before they do a rock and roll send off for my dad's celebration of life. It is it is one of those ones where that's happening. I've got to try and help my mom find a plumber so we can get the plumbing hooked up for the renovation house, and we can work on getting that completed. Um, just seeing where my mom is at with a lot of other things because I think I need to use my name for the renovation stuff to get that done. I've got to send out emails that way. I am also now what people don't know, and I keep forgetting to tell them, so I'm going to tell them now. Will it be metal? It will be 60s and 50s, 60s, and 70s rock, but I think more 50s, 60s. That's what that's what their genre was. It was the hey CDC. Uh, good to see you joining. It was 50s, 60s. Let me do this. Uh, wow. Let's see if this is it. Huh. Sorry, I'm just listening to this thing here. No, this is not it. This is not who I was looking for. So I'm trying to find the band here. This is. Here you go. I'll throw this into the chat for you guys so you get to see it. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get through things. So there we go. That is what my dad's old band was. And yeah. Let's see. 19 Shawnigan Lake School, 1965. So there you go. I'll let you guys enjoy that for a few moments here. But yes, that was my dad's band. That was what he did, and they're coming back together to do a rock and roll send off for him, which is really nice to see, and I hope that goes really well. Looking forward to this, honestly. Yeah, it's. I can't believe that footage still exists. That's kind of scary. But yeah, they'll be doing that, and I would love to be the person to introduce them at the celebration of life. I'm going to be talking to someone about seeing if I can be the person to introduce them, because I don't know if my brother would be able to. My mom's not going to be able to. Um, one of my dad's friends wants to, but I thought, hell, I think I could do it and go from there. They're also having a afternoon where it's going to be friends and family, honoring my dad before this happens in the evening. And it's this event is going to be a little big. Um, so trying to arrange something like this in a month is going to be quite fun. I kind of looking forward to it. Of course, that's what kind of woke me up this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning with, oh crap, we got all this stuff to do. Oh, I've got this stuff to do, and this and basically my mind went, okay, you're awake. Don't need caffeine now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to pretty much getting this done and making sure that this channel still goes on, and it will go on. So folks, I probably am gonna have to take my cat in to get her shot now. So I've been yammering for 50 minutes here. I'm gonna go and get this stuff done, but I just want to let you guys know that yes, it's gonna be a tough month for me, so bear with me, and I'm really sorry if there's anything that I'm missing or I don't get a hold of people or anything else like that, because as I said, my mind is scattered all over the place. But get a hold of me, let me know when you want to do this review, and we'll get it done. We'll take care of it, and we'll get that done, and we'll get it filmed. I'm not a rock star. My dad was a rock star. I'm just a fucking groupie. Anyways, guys, we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks again for joining, and I'm pretty much hopefully going to do a couple more live events in the next little bit, but bear with me. I'm here all over the place. I'm here, but we'll get shit done, and we'll take care of things. Till next time. Cheers, guys. Groupies need loves too. Yes, yes, they do need love too. You're absolutely right, but yeah, we'll just go with that. We'll leave that right there, shall we? We'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks again for joining.